Okay. Hello, friends and family. Family, I love you guys. Um, let's do this. Some reminders for you. First of all, these are the featured speakers for July 20th. Emphasizing again, do register. And even if for some reason you cannot watch it live, please still register because we all know that there's always sometimes, typically virtually, that playback link that's good for a few days. So please get yourself registered. Also, just because in this last week of the month after tomorrow's subscription goes out, something's happening. And I don't know what, but it's something very, very big that Sean wouldn't even hint at. And he talked about the fact that it will help people in ending the month strong, but also going into the next 6 months, to setting us up. So be prepared for that. Get registered for July. I also want to make sure you get registered for October. Okay, October 11th and 12th, we're going to be in Kansas City, which makes my heart so happy for so many of you because you can just drive on down. This will be an event that you really do not want to miss. This is the event where everything changes, it sounds like, right? So hotel rooms are open. I wanted to show you where you can go, where I go when it's time to register. There's two different places you can go, and one is to your website in the drop down. You will always see it says events. And if you go just to events in the drop down, it's going to take you to register for everything we've already talked about, okay? So you'll also see the hotel information in there. And the hotel that we are staying at is the Marriott. It's the first one that's listed. It's 207 a night, I believe. Um, I recommend, I still have not been charged for a night. So just FYI, has anyone else that's registered been charged yet? Okay, great. That's great news. But also, it does not let you choose a room for queen beds or a room for a king bed. So I would just say put in 4 people. I put in 4 people and it asks you for the names of the guests. I just use my family's names for now. Do that so that you can have a better chance of getting double beds if that's what you want and you're looking to share rooms at the event, okay? And then when I did put in the 4 people, because typically I don't like to do that because it raises the price, it did not raise the price. It kept the room rate as is at 207. So that's information on that. Please don't hesitate in going. This is going to be a really, really, really big deal. To talk even more about that and also what's coming in this last week is going to happen tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is when we get all the details for month end. Sadly, I know there's a lot of you that are not going to be able to be on this. I have a home meeting here locally, and I have guests coming, so I just can't get on it, and I'm really bummed, but I'm asking for the recording. I know it will be recorded, I'm sure, so I'll get that out as soon as I can, but this is for everyone, and going forward, these Zooms are for everyone. So keep track that on the 25th, so it's after the last subscription, and on the first day of the month, there will always be a Zoom. And this Zoom is going to be put on by our field advisory board. So our top leaders in the company are going to be putting these on. And this is their way of helping us end the month strong, giving us tools, giving us incentives, whatever it is that's coming out tomorrow. And then kicking off the month, same thing. It's just really setting the tone for the beginning of the month and then ending the month strong, which I think is so cool that our leaders are doing this for us. You will have gotten the Zoom link in your Monday Momentum email from the company. There is a box that says click here. When I tried that last week it was a Zoom for MC1s and higher, it did not work. I had to type in the link. So I would just suggest bringing up Zoom, clicking to join a meeting and typing it in. And if you type it in, you will need the password, which I believe is LV, but it's in that email. But I also posted it in Telegram and Team Act for you to see as well on a shareable. So that's tomorrow night at 6:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Central. do everything you can if possible to be on that. Also tomorrow, I thought this might be beneficial for those of you that can join in, but this will happen live in the LifeVantage consultant page on Facebook at 10 a.m. We will have someone from corporate talking about social media training. And I'm sure what she'll be doing is going over the LifeVantage Instagram page and how you can leverage and use the information that they've already put together to work for you. So I would highly recommend using that if you can. Speaking of social media, Liddell reached out to me, and I love it when I hear from you guys. I love being bothered by you. Just a reminder. I love being bothered by you. Just a reminder. I'm never too busy. Okay. But Liddell reached out, and I'm so grateful she did. So I gave her some homework. And one of the things I'm going to go over with her is reels, how to put together some reels. And I'm also, honestly, we're going to go over probably stories too and how to add things to your stories. So I know this is not a great weekend, the one we picked, but if you can join us, great. And if not, like I wanted to do this for Liddell anyway, but anyone that can join us, please do so. But it'll be next Saturday, the 6th at 10 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Central. 10 a.m. Mountain, 11 a.m. Central, Saturday, the 6th of July. Yeah, if you can join us, great. If you cannot join us and you too would like a little more training on that, let me know, okay? I'm happy to do more of these for you guys if it's what you need, okay? Oh, here it is. Here's the information for tomorrow night. Let me make this bigger for you. So this is what I posted in Team Act, and this is what is in Telegram, and this is also what you saw in your email, the information for tomorrow night. Okay, and then lastly, what I wanted to go over, I want to share with you some information real quick on a podcast I listened to today. Her name is Brooke Thomas, and she is a top distributor with Amare. I think that's what you call it. They call themselves a mental wellness company. And her podcast is called What to Do When You Are Stuck and Need a Breakthrough in Your Business. So there's a few little excerpts here that I want to share with you, and then we'll go over the rest here in a second. So let's start here. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me try to get this back, you guys. I really want you to hear this. Bear with me. Here we go.
Well, I believe they loved me. I loved them. They were so nice, but they were like, thank you so much. This is amazing, but it's just not the right fit right now. So I was like, okay, so are you telling me this is not a yes, but it's not a no? So there's still a chance. And then I knew at that point, I did want to cry because I was like, I wanted to come home to Brett and be like, I did it. But I did stay mature in that moment. And I was like, okay, what can I learn from this? It's not a no, it's not a yes. So I did have enough courage and confidence to ask them. I said, is there anything I can do to make this better? Is there anything I can do to make this a yes? And they told me a couple things.
Okay, first, great point I wanted to share, right? This came up today when I was talking to someone on the team too, and they were talking about being ghosted when they were following up. And I know we've all felt that, but we all also know that people are always busy. So what I'm sharing with you right now from Brooke is to help you in the midst of your follow-ups. So here you're hearing her say, she didn't get a no from them. She didn't get a yes from them, but she also then told them, right? Okay, you're not telling me no, it's not a yes right now, but what could I do to maybe make it a yes or make this situation better? I just thought that was such a great question of posture to really ask for someone's opinion back, right? Okay, so here we're going to move this on real quick.
to do to make that happen, right? But I needed a lot of work. I mean, I am so glad that I persevered that year and then year and a half because I learned so much through that process. And you know what? If I didn't want the job, if I didn't see the vision in my heart, if I didn't want it bad enough, I would have stopped after the first no. And I see people do that so often. So I always question, how bad do you really want it? Like, really? And are you acting like it? That's a really good question to ask yourself because, of course, I felt like a fool. I felt like every time I came home to Brett, like it actually makes me want to cry right now because he was like so supportive, but I just wanted to come home for and be like, I did it. And after a year of being told no, like you finally start to go, I don't know if I'm really going to get a yes, but they're still not telling me definitely no, but I feel foolish. I feel vulnerable. I feel like so stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I want to pause because it's so many
I'm even
things.
getting emotional thinking back because I remember
yeah,
that feeling.
There's a couple.
Okay, moving on here for a second, and then we'll talk about it.
Used to be like environment. I'm going to say that I can do this. This is my wellness company that I've created, and I'm going to be able to impact these people. I did this. And it's like I couldn't believe it because I was so used to no's. I was so used to being stuck that I just thought I got used to that feeling of being stuck. But I was the one that decided to get unstuck by keep going. Like that's how you get unstuck. You just keep going. And it still makes me emotional because that, you know, I was probably around 28, 29, I just remember feeling like, wow, this is what it feels like. And that is why I've been able to do everything I've done. Because when you have one moment like that, there's always going to be more. And there's nothing that's going to stop me from anything that God tells me I'm going to do. And so I can't believe I'm getting this emotion is still in me because I remember, I can visually, remember. And when I called Brett, just like, I think he was very surprised, but it was like the best moment ever. And you better believe that I was the best lunch and learn that they had ever had because I wanted it so bad that I did get 50 gift bags every time. I still have pictures in
move on here.
my confidence throughout that because of what I had gone through. But most people will not go through a year and a half of no's to get to then like 2 years of like thriving yeses, you know? And so that's how I've run everything since then. And that's why when people only see what they see, but they don't know all the things that you go through and why I'm so grateful to do what I do. That's why, because moments like that make me just so grateful that.
Okay. It's bits and pieces, I know, but I wanted to share that with you because she talks about a journey that she went through in getting for a year and a half, getting told no by the same person, the same company at this point. But every time they told her no, she continued to say, so it's a no for now. Is that what I'm hearing? She got clarity on the no. And they said, yes, come back the next quarter, come back the next quarter. She continued to hear that. And then finally, getting that yes, she got a yes because she shifted her perspective because of some advice that someone had given her. So that yes, and then her saying most people won't go through a year and a half of no's to get to those 2 years of thriving. That's this industry. People come into this, and I think a lot of us think, well, either they think, I know this is going to be hard, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to go through that, or they think, I know a lot of people, and I'm sure this will be a little simpler for me. Everybody goes through struggles in this business. All of us do, right? But the question is, are you willing to persevere long enough to get to that point where as you grow confidence in getting the no's and as you go through that journey, are you willing to do that long enough to where you get to that point where God is ready to just bless you because he knows that he knows you are finally ready to handle the blessings and the abundance that he's going to give you. Multiple struggles, multiple times, right? All of us. She even said that. She's like, I've gone through this many times. And she says, how do you get unstuck? By continuing to put in the work. And what we do is we get stuck and then we step away or we don't show up and then we get in our head and nothing happens for us. Every time we step away, when we feel stuck and we get in our head, we take steps back. Every time we do that, we take steps back. But even while you're struggling, even while you're going through the no's, if you just keep showing up and you just keep talking to people in the midst of the no's, you're going to be moving forward, even if it's a little millimeter at a time. Wouldn't you rather be going forward just a little bit than continuing to move back and halting your progress? Right? Because then when you're halting your progress and you're unplugging, then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 weeks and so much has happened. I don't even know. I'm like completely overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. I've heard that from many of you. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. You just start. But that's why you can't take your foot off the gas. And again, even if it means you're going a mile an hour, just continue to move forward. So if you want to hear that full podcast, I will post it. But she's such a believer. And it's just so, and then I ended up listening to many, many more that she did. So I wanted to get into then a little bit more on follow-ups, because when it comes to the ghosting, and I didn't share my screen, I've got a follow-up here I want to share with you. And then I'm going to do a few follow-ups live that I just want you to hear. But when it comes to getting ghosted, again, most of the time, it is not because of you. And it's not even because of assumptions they're making. They're just busy and they didn't see you coming. No one gave them a heads up that you'd be inviting them. No one told them that they'd be hearing about a new product. So they're just busy. They have a little bit of the information, but they may need you following up quite a few times to finally get back to you. So in those moments, you can put it back on yourself and say, hi, Jen, I sure hope I'm not become annoying to you. Starting with that and saying, I sure hope I'm not becoming annoying to you, and letting them hear your voice, I'm telling you, 99.9% of the time I hear back from them right away because they feel bad. They don't want you to feel bad. So then saying, but I just can't let go of what you said about, right? And I've learned if it's not a no, then it's probably just not the right timing. So this is me checking in to see if the timing is better for you to explore more, right? So you've talked to them already, you've invited them already, and now it's just that follow-up to see if the timing is better for them. We also talked about today that 2-minute video we talked about last week, and asking people if they had time to watch a 2-minute video for you. I haven't had a lot of success with that. Has anyone had a lot of success with that yet? Would you watch a 2-minute video? Okay. And then in thinking about it, I'm thinking, well, when someone says, would you watch a 2-minute video? Probably in their head right away, they're probably thinking sales, right? So maybe that was an error on my part. I feel bad saying that. It just felt like it flowed so easy. So I just thought getting back to the basics of why you thought of them and are they open? Why you thought of them and are they open? Why you thought of them and are they open? And if they are open, then when would you have time to watch a 2-minute video? When would you have time to watch a 2-minute video? What did you think about the video and what you saw? They're going to give you something and then you share your story and ask again, are they still open? And then if they are, that's when you say, I'm going to bring in my friend Tanya. I want you to hear her story too. And then you get to bring in that third party. Don't call it third party. Don't call me a business builder. Don't call me anything with business. Call me your friend, right? You want to keep it casual for them. You want to keep it lighthearted. You don't want to scare them off, so to speak. And sometimes you may not even need it. If you're asking enough questions about are they open and you're continuing to lead with more questions and more questions, you're going to get to the point where you may know exactly what you think they should be on, and you can put it in a cart and direct them. But I'm telling you, when we're the one making the move and inviting people, it is up to us to lead them, and it is up to us to guide them to make that decision. So I just really want to quickly do a couple of follow-ups while you're on the phone so you can hear me. And I got to close my door here. Here, go out. Oh, go on. Sorry. Just because I know my daughter just came home. Okay, so this gal that I'm going to follow up with first, she is someone that has watched my stories, and I've known her for quite some time, and I know that she knows what I do. She knows a little bit about it. She's seen the ABC report like probably 2 years ago. And then I did just a little story. I talked about how much I love the sunscreen, the sun stick, and then she was asking me questions about that. So I said to her, I'm like, are you and your hubby ready to give our products a whirl? And she said, I'm in investigation mode. So this was just on the 13th. It wasn't long ago, but it's been over a week now. And I know if I let too much time go, too much time is going to go by. So I want to follow up with her sooner rather than later. Okay. So I'm just going to do a quick little follow up here. Hello, Bonnie. It's Tanya. So I don't want to become a bother in this little pursuit for you and your investigation phase of healthier products, but I know that you and your hubby love your lifestyle down in Florida, and I want you guys to feel good while you're down there. So I wanted to see how I could aid in your investigating process, get you some more information, or actually with more clarity, find out exactly what it is that you were looking for you and your husband. So I am here to help. I know you're open, but yeah, just let me guide you. That's what I'm here for. So let me know what I can do to help. Hope you're having a great week so far. Bye. Okay, there's one. Now I've got another one. Her name is Kristen, and I go to church with her. I prospected her a long, long time ago to be in business with, and she just wasn't ready at that time. And now I invited her to my home meeting tomorrow night, and I'm just going to follow up again and see if she's able to make it. So this one's just a little shorter, right? It's just a follow up to something that I'm going to be doing at my home. Hi, Kristen. It's Tanya. I hope you had a great weekend. I just want to follow up again. I know that you got that you saw my invite to the home party that I'm doing tomorrow night. I just want to follow up and see if I might be able to have you as a guest tomorrow night. I would just love to have you and see if you want to take another look at everything that I'm doing. So I would just love to have you here. I'd love to have you as a guest. Let me know if you're able to make it. Okay, have a great day. Bye. Okay. That one was shorter. Not the best, but it is what it is, right? And then this gal ghosts me all the time, all the time. And she's the one that first brought up that she was interested in getting more information about what I do. And you guys, our narrative between the two of us has been going on for probably 3 years. I first met her, 2 years it's gone on. I first met her when I lived in Kansas City. That was a long, long ago. And she comments on my stories, but never gets back to me. So here we go. What am I going to say? Okay. Hi, Carrie. It's Tanya. Are you surprised to hear from me? No, I know you're not. Anyway, I know for me, when I hear from people, sometimes I'm so excited to hear from them, but the timing's just not right. And I just wanted to check in with you again, because I know you see my stories. You're always so sweet sometimes and commenting on things that I post, and you're someone I care about. So if you are open and if the timing is maybe better for you, I just wanted to remind you that I'm here. And I would love, love, love the opportunity to just bless you and serve you and show you what I'm doing, what's helped my husband and I. I'm sure you're just like me. You want to be around and want to be healthy for your boys as long as you can. So that's our goal, and that's the goal I want to help other people with. So if timing is better, please let me know. I would love, love, love to connect, but I also don't want to be a little annoyance either. Okay, love you, friend. Have a great day. Bye. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So I'm not overthinking it, right? I'm just like being open and honest about what I want to do for them and how I want to help them. But what I said, you can't put that in words, right? You can't type it out. People need to hear you say that. They need to hear your heart. Does anybody have any questions about the follow-up or things that they've come up against? Struggles? Oh, social training. Yes, I'll record it. I'll record what Liddell and I go through if she's okay with that. Otherwise, I'll do another one, Laura. Anything with follow-up? Okay. I just want you guys to not be afraid to follow up. And please remember, if you're ghosted and if they haven't gotten back to you, don't make it about you. Just don't, because 9 times out of 10, it is not. It is they are just busy, right? And so if they can hear you say, I hope you're having a great summer. I'm sure you're super busy. I've been so busy too, and I don't want to be a burden, but, and then take it back to the conversation you've had previous with them and remind them why you reached out to them in the first place and remind them what your heart is for them. Yeah, Dean.
So sometimes, I've heard elites talk about take it away, if it's just been going on for too long. And I've had mixed success doing that. Some people just go away and other people go, no, I want you to keep after me until and it's worked. I mean, there was one guy, it was 3 years, and then we just pulled in his driveway one night and said, no, you're signing up tonight, because he just kept missing meetings. And and he absolutely loves our product. He's a good repeat customer on subscription. But I just wanted your opinion on taking it away. At what point, or do you ever do that?
Yeah, I think you really have to trust your heart with that. There are some people that I think it depends on the person, right? I think we know when there are people where we're like, you know what, I don't know if this is worth it, and you can take it away. And then if you don't hear from them at all, you just know, like, this is just not my person right now, right? But yeah, I don't think you should do it with everybody. I think with some people, and if you did take it away, there's different ways I think you could say it. Like if you've got like more of a business person or like a businessman, just saying, hey, I don't know if this is worth your time. I know that you're really busy. I think I'm just going to leave this alone for now. Thanks again for listening. And, that's it. If you've got somebody that you've been talking to them for like health reasons and maybe they're closer to you, I mean, you could also do it that way in a really loving way and just saying, I don't want to be a burden to you. I've reached out a few times. Sometimes timing's just not right for people. So this is just me saying, I'm going to sign off for now. And if you're ever interested another time, you know where to find me. And that may work too, right? I think you can do it. Just don't always have it be the same verbiage with everybody as you take it away. That makes sense?
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. You've got to know the person, and
Yeah.
The people I've done it with are people I've known pretty much my whole life, and you just have that kind of relationship where you go, you've missed like 18 meetings. Obviously, you're not interested.
Yeah.
And then he was begging us to keep after him until he finally would sit down with us, and a very busy guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was 3 years worth of follow-up, and now he's a really good customer.
Yeah. Well,
it's worth it.
Please remember that too, you guys. Like we've all heard there's a very high percentage of executive consultants now that stand on stage and talk about if so-and-so had not continued to follow up with me. It's just the way that it is. Many, many follow-ups. So also if it means putting it on a sticky note in front of you when you are reaching out to people on your computer, by your phone, in your calendar, whatever it is, and having that sticky note say, if they say no, saying, okay, is this a no, never, ever, or is this just a no, not for now? You getting clarity with that. And if it's a no, not for now, I mean, I have 3 of those right now that are a no, not for now, that are saying, give me a few months and follow up with me later. Like, get clarity for yourself and letting them know, like, I really respect you. And I know a lot of people that were a no, but because somebody followed up with them, their life has changed. So is it a no for now or is it a no never? Let me know. And if it's a no, not for now, when would be a good time for me to check back in? Right? Because I know for me, if I don't have those things in front of me, sometimes your nerves get the best of you and then you forget to say it. So have those little things out in front of you so that you remember to take those steps, because I respect that, right? You respect that when people are like nose to the grindstone and they stay with it. You guys, I had a kid come to our door like a month ago to sell us on pest inspection. And I am telling you, I had to tell him no like 8 times. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm going to slam my door in your face. But he literally kept saying, like, he just kept going. And my husband was just like, that was too much. And I'm like, I know, but I'm like, I respect it too. Like, that kid probably has quotas to meet. And I mean, he just was persistent. And I really respected it. And he was professional about it in the midst of it. So the more clarity you can get, the more you know how to move forward, because again, you're a business owner. This is your business. Treat it like a business, right? Okay. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to share really fast, I'm so sorry, but this is important, is I wanted to remind you of where to go to find the comp plan, because a lot of what we're going to be hearing probably tomorrow night and in the months to come, is back to rank advancing, right? It's back to getting more volume, getting more customers, building that team. And then the best place to find the compensation plan, the one page, is at the bottom of your website. Just go to Evolve. And then when you click on Evolve, you can do this on your phone as well. And when I find it on my phone, I took a screenshot of it and I have it saved in a folder on my camera roll that's called Evolve, or you can call it compensation plan. But I just have it there for quick access. I also printed this out. I printed it out, so I've just got the one page in my binder, so it's always accessible to me. But this whole Evolve plan is right here. It tells you word for word how it works, but it's page 16, I believe, that is right here. You can print out page 16, and this is going to show you what it takes to rank advance, what the volume is, and everything like that. And I just wanted to remind you one more time, okay? This PPC is your personal purchase cap. So this means no matter what you order every month, 150 in volume is the max that can count towards this sales volume requirement. So remember in our old compensation plan, we wanted to get people to 200 PV as soon as possible. Well, with this one, we want to get people to 300 in sales volume, not dollars, in sales volume. And 150 of that volume can be your own order. If you are a family that orders a lot more than 150 in volume, make someone a customer, and then that can count towards your 300, okay? So if you as a consultant do a $150 order, and then you have the rest of it go under your husband and he does 150 in volume, there's your 300 right there. But that 300 sales volume requirement is in place so that you bring in customers as well. That's what they want. They don't want it just to be based off your own order. And this is not just because like Vanish thought that was a good idea. This is, again, to set our company on the right track with the Direct Selling Association and to be as compliant as possible with our compensation plan. So hopefully that makes sense. And then the next one is your group sales volume. Your group sales volume is a volume required to hit a rank. Okay, so you can see 1,000 is consultant 3, 2,000 in volume is senior consultant 1. This is our core rank. This is the rank we want to get people to as soon as possible. And with the fast track, If they hit senior consultant 1 in their first month, they make extra money. If they hit it in their first 90 days, they also make extra money from that, okay? But as a senior consultant 1, you can see this is a max volume requirement. This means if I have 2,000 in volume in my business right now, and all of it is coming from Vicky because I enrolled Vicky, and I've got just 300 in customers myself, I will not be an SC1. Because if Vicky's making all my 2,000 in volume, I need to make sure I can only count 1,500 from Vicky's leg. I'm still going to get paid on all the volume that Vicky brings in, but I can only count 1,500 of it towards that volume that's needed to rank advance. So that means while Vicky's building and growing, I need to come up with that $500 difference, the 500 in volume difference. And that 500 in volume difference could come from another consultant that does 500, or it could come from 500 in volume from all customers, okay? Because all those customers are each like literally kind of a different leg. Or I could have 5 other consultants that are all doing 100 in volume. But I have to make up that 500 in volume somewhere else outside of that one strong leg of Vicky. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. It makes more sense as you grow, I promise, but really have this out in front of you. Where are you at and how much more do you need? We haven't talked about that a lot, right? We haven't focused a lot on rank advancing for a very long time, but it's going to be coming back. And when I say it's coming back, I mean, it's always been there, and I'm not bringing it up to stress you out either. But you need to know where you're at in volume in order to get to that next level. What do you need to do? Do you need to bring in more consultants? Do you need to get more customers? And if you're unsure, just ask me, okay? But those are things that are probably going to be brought up tomorrow night and as we move forward and go ahead. Sean said that what is being announced tomorrow night could make for many, many new rank advancements in this last week of the month. So just be prepared for that, okay? And get excited about it. Get excited about it, because when people decide to go and you decide to just start talking to people again and you let go of the attachment of the outcome, that movement and that energy, you're creating your own momentum. And that's fun and that is exciting. It's just fun and exciting. And that's the trajectory that we want to be moving in as we look ahead to July 20th and October. I don't want anybody missing out, right? So, okay, I covered everything. All right, let's end in a prayer, okay? Okay. Heavenly Father, Lord, I give this team to you. We give LifeVantage to you. We just lay it at your feet. Lord, you know the plan for this company. You know the plan for each of our lives within our journey with this business. You know the plan for our lives when all is said and done. And Lord, I just pray that we work on controlling what we can control, that we let go of the anxiety, the stress, the comparison, all of it, and we give the rest to you. Help us to make this a truly enjoyable journey. Help us to have fun with it. Help us to act on those names and those people that you place on our heart, that you whisper in our ear, that you put in front of us. Help us to have the courage in those moments to act on that action that you were laying on our heart and to not have any regrets. And again, thank you so much for this opportunity and for just protecting this company the way that you do. We just know we're here for a reason. So I pray for true abundance for everyone that is a part of this. In your name we pray, amen. Okay, love you guys. And don't forget, Daniel's song is this Thursday. You all get to come. I will make sure that you all get the link to it. He's so excited, and I just cannot wait for him to feed your soul. So if you have any questions, not even specifically for him, or you have a certain struggle that you're not even sure how to put it into words, try to find the words for it. And I really want this to be a time for you to be open and vulnerable and honest and real, because he's going to be the kind of guy that can really feed your soul and help you through that struggle. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great night. Mwah. Bye.